Morning, everybody. This morning we're going to talk about international travel. Well, maybe not. I'm Maureen Ball.
I'm Shalyn Jarris.
And this morning we're really going to talk about one of the things that I think people all over the world rely on when they're traveling, which are icons. You know, you're in a country where you don't speak the language, you got to find your way around, and those wonderful directional icons that tell you where the bathroom is or where the exit is really important. And the same thing is true when you're traveling around somebody's website.
For sure, or even sending an email. I think it's really essential for icons to actually stand for what you want them to stand for, which frequently is not the case, surprisingly enough. I just saw someone who has been using and sending email for many years and still gets the link icon mixed up and the attachment mixed up.
Oh my goodness.
And honestly, I do too. And it's actually proven that icons without any words attached are the worst way to give someone any kind of like explicit direction, or if you don't know what it stands for. So traveling around in a foreign country and you don't know the language, so you better be darn sure that those symbols mean what you think they mean.
And I think that's a really good point, is that when you're looking to put icons, whether it's on your website or anywhere you're going to use it, there's some generally accepted conventions, and when possible, you probably shouldn't stray too far from that.
No, not at all. It depends on what you're using them for. Like I said, if you need something to do specifically with them, they need to fall within a very strict rule set. But for the most part, when you're using icons, it's more for an illustrative purpose, which is that those are a little bit looser. As we may have discussed before, you can download a set of icons from the internet for free, but if you're using them for brand purposes, you want to have your own unique set of illustrations and icons that follow very specific rules that give you a unique voice to use across your website.
And one of the challenges when you're downloading icons and you download a set, but then you need another icon, and you pull from a different set, and the average person may not notice, but you start to see them pop up across your website, and you start to go, they don't fit together.
It can either be stylistically, or even the most noticeable thing is that it's very hard to match the weight, which if it's a very tiny icon will be very noticeable. So if you are able to create or to pay someone to create your own icon illustrations, that makes the most sense, and then it won't stick out as much, and you can make sure, regardless of where you play, it will look like your icon.
And you can do that with color, you can do that with, like you said, the weight. You can also make decisions about setting standards on, do you put a colored background behind your icon, or is it just always appear kind of floating in space?
Another super easy way is to determine whether you want rounded edges or not. Those make it look super friendly and approachable, versus maybe like a more athletic or text-based might use sharper edges, but really just depends on what you're going for.
Yep. And so any other rules to follow that when you're selecting an icon for something that's not typical, okay? You know, there's always a FAQ icon or a click this or download, but maybe you've got something more specialized you want someone to do on your website. How do you pick a good icon?
Or even like, for instance, we often do icons for software, which that's not a physical, tangible thing. So it all comes back to good design practices is have a concept. So if you're going to go more metaphorical with your stuff, use that across the board, because your viewer isn't going to think, oh, this one's super literal, this one's very metaphorical. You need to pick one or the other.
And so if you're going to go down that metaphor path, that's where I think having the text underneath it really helps, because, and we do a lot of metaphor. We have a rocket ship blasting off for our launch plan, and it makes sense when you see the picture and the word together. It might not necessarily make sense without that.
Probably not. I don't think we're shutting off any rockets anytime soon.
Awesome. If you've enjoyed today's conversation and you've enjoyed following Sherilyn's adventures, definitely check out her blog. But this is her last week here at Roundhead, so we're going to wish you well.
Thank you.
And let us know where you land as she's moving. It's not like she's just running off and leaving us. She is actually
too cold for that.
we're definitely going to follow your adventures wherever you go. And you know, when you're in town, stop by.
Appreciate that. Thank you.
And be sure that you stop by Round Peg, our blog, and Facebook from time to time. See you next week.